Right.
There we go. Good morning, Valhalla, and welcome to another Zero Hour with Loki and Zero. We hope you have a good time. We hope you had a good weekend, and we hope you have a great week here in Valhalla. Let's go, everybody. Skull and tuck and roll.
Crap, where are my pants?
Put your pants back on, Zero. Nobody wants to see that.
Don't they want to know who I am, where I come from, if I have pants on?
Poor Mikey sleeping soundly. Oh, what is about to happen?
The ringing won't stop.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
This program has been brought to you by China. Yes, China. Your friendly communist neighbors. We own all of your shit now, including your government.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
And we start the morning off with a message to Zeropium from Jill Powers, the River Daughter. Gondor has no pants. Gondor needs no pants. Yes. Thank you so very much. Jill Powers, the River Daughter, and Jedi Master with a $2 super chat says, good morning, Loki, and Skull. Skull to you, my friend. Hopefully you are doing well, brother, and kicking ass and taking names on this wonderful Monday morning. David Glenn brings up an interesting point and question. He says, I've been wondering for weeks and weeks what the hell the code in the description is for. KB8 KUQ0ESSOD 4D 2TU. Thought might be for PayPal, but I just donated and it didn't ask for it. Confused Minnesota. First of all, let me thank you, Mr. Glenn, for keeping the lights on here in Valhalla with your generous PayPal chat, super chat, PayPal donation, whatever you want to call it. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Second, that is the ultimate cheat code when it comes to getting claimed for. Give me just 1 second. Where is that music coming from? So here's the deal, Valhalla. For the last 3-4 years now, 3 years probably, I have had a continuing fight about copyright with that song. Even though I have the copyright of that song, I have had a constant battle back and forth with copyright for that song. That is the, hey, you idiots, stop claiming me code for that song. So it is only good for me. It is only good for my channel. If you use it, it will do absolutely nothing for you. If you throw it in there, they're not going to recognize it. They're not going to look at it. They're not going to care because it's not on this channel. So that is what that code is for. For anybody who's wondering, for anybody that was looking in the description, that little code connects to this channel and tells them, stop claiming me, bitches. I have the copyright. So, yeah, that's what it's for. Problem solved. No huge mystery. It's just a copyright thing. So Juliet, who's been a member for 8 months, sends in a member chat and says, good afternoon, Loki, Zeropium, and chat. Well, good afternoon to you, Juliet. Hopefully you are doing well and everything's going good and you had a good weekend. I hope everybody here had a good weekend and had a chance to chill, recharge the batteries a little bit, maybe watch a little wrestling. I know I didn't. God help me. Traveling back home today. Hell, Loki, Zero, and chat. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. And good morning. Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing?
Can we still do this? Do we still got it? Good enough. It's good to be back. It's another Monday. My God, we've made it 2 weeks in a row. Unfreaking believable. So here we go. So like we said, enjoy it while it lasts. We don't know how long it's going on for, but we're glad to see everybody. I'm glad to see everybody. I'm glad to be here hanging out with my bro, hanging out with all of you. So good Monday morning, everybody. It is wonderful to see you all.
That's right. What is up? Happy Dinosaur. What's going on? Guys, if you haven't followed Happy Dinosaur over on the Twits, you will be entertained. It will not be one of those moments where you've got, Spartacus. Oh, you're not entertained. No, you will be entertained. Absolutely wonderful. Awesome Dino Bro. There, make sure you follow him on the X and the Twits, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. Okay, holy crap. So we talked about this a little bit last week, and we're gonna get into it more this week because holy shit. Apparently the vice president of blah 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 over at the EU is like, no, consumers own their products. You do not own something that you license out to. You can't license out a game. Once a product is purchased, it belongs to them. It does not still belong to you. That may bring about serious drama and consequences in the gaming industry because it's an entire market that they aren't going to be able to recover from if they're like, nope, no more. They own it. They can do whatever they want with it. If they want to do private servers, you got to let them. We're going to get into that. Good morning, Squeaka. How are you doing? Hopefully you are doing well, having a good vacay, putting your feet up, kicking back, taking names, chewing bubble gum, along with everybody else. Holy crap. Good day to you. What is up, man? Paladin. Good morning, everybody. I haven't talked to Snowdub since he got back from his convention, his horror convention, but it'll be interesting when we do. Got to talk about it. So,
all right.
what do you think about them basically saying, you know what, if they want to do private servers, you got to let them. We've got proprietary data. Zero, we've got proprietary data. We can't let fall into the hands of our enemies. Oh my God, we've got guaranteed online transactions for up to 10 years before people stop buying stuff. They can't do their own server and have access to anything. It would be mad. It would be maddening.
It's insanity. I'll let you get to that.
And insanity. Squeak a Mouse, thank you so very much, sweetheart. Sends in 10 Stone Loki memberships. Thank you so very much, guys. We've got a membership stream coming up tonight, so be there or be square. Come by, hang out. It will be at it'll be at 6. It will not be at 7. It'll be at 6 o'clock, so 6 p.m. Central Standard Time today. So come and check it out. Hopefully you got a membership. A whole bunch of people got memberships. BH Samurai got a membership. John Arnett just became a sponsor. Ginger Wolf got a membership. The Royal PTA got a membership. Terry got a membership. What is up, Terry? Gary Peters got a membership. Why do I know that name? Bearbeard Whiskers. What's up, dude? Got a membership. How you doing, brother? Beard. Jose Atmosphere. Jose Atmosphere got a membership. Justice Davalina got a membership. And the Ginger Ninja. What's up, Ginger, dude? I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? Good to see you, brother. Thank you so very much, Squeak a Mouse. This one, let me see, is just for you, Skull. If I can hit the button, oh my God. So I used to have sections blocked off for super chats. It'd be like, boom, super chat, super chat, super chat. I knew every order they were in. I knew where they were at. Now they're just kind of everywhere. StreamYards has been like, no, we're just going to throw them in a big pile, and you can't organize them. All you can do is tell one to go to the top. So if I wanted to start like, okay, well, what do I need at the bottom? What do I need in the middle? It's just going to be a giant pain in the ass to do that one by one. So I guess I've got to do it because I couldn't even find the damn right skull quickly and efficiently because it wasn't there. Damn StreamYards, always messing with something. Holy crap.
You know, it's not helping our cause when we try to say we still kind of sort of know how to do this. I mean, you know, every morning something's just got to happen.
You have been and always shall be, my friend. Ask Zero about the teabagging incident on Starbase 12 with the Vulcan. He'll tell you.
I thought that was Earth Space Dock.
Or Earth Space Dock, whatever.
Because I sure as hell know it wasn't no Drozana station with all them whores over at the Dabo tables. Long story.
Yeah, Anima. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, and they want twice as much money. They want twice as much money, and we are not paying twice as much money for StreamYards. And our StreamYards contract ends the end of this month. So before the end of the month, I'm already working on stuff. If I go to cancel and they don't offer me some like badass deal, we're switching. We're not staying with StreamYards. So they want almost $1,000. They want
the
almost $1,000 for a year. And I'm
for a
like,
year. I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot.
we ain't doing that. Y'all playing Stowe? Don't know anyone playing. We used to.
We used to. we go back a ways with Stowe. Y'all have heard our Stowe. Yeah, y'all have heard our Stowe stories over and over again. That's
You don't need it.
yeah, it's a big foundation of our history and how we all got together. But
That's right.
as of now,
I could have bought a nice sedan for what I spent on that game at the time.
My God,
this is why Loki stays away from online games.
Mm,
I could have bought a car with the money that I spent on that damn game. This is why Loki stays away from online games. Doesn't go near any of this bullshit. I think the closest thing I get is Diablo, and all they've got is outfits and shit. And I'm just like, I've got a couple, but it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I have to have the outfit for this. I have to have an outfit for that. I have to hit him with a whipple ball bat. Yeah, I just threw that last bit in there. But still.
Are you actually are you a sedan guy? I mean, anything nowadays with 4 doors could be considered a sedan, right?
Well, okay, so here's the deal. When I got divorced, I went out and bought a $50,000 vehicle. Now, a lot of people would be like, $50,000, that's not a lot. Back then, that was a lot. And I bought a Dodge SRT8 Charger. So I got a Dodge Charger, and that got sold right after I moved here. So I didn't need it anymore. I drug that bitch all the way from Missouri. Almost lost it on the highway getting back to Texas twice because of dumbasses. So
yeah. I swear we did have a point this morning. We kind of just forgot what it was.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's what we do. That's
like,
what we do.
I'm not paying that either. So they can either offer me a really good deal when I Brexit out of fucking StreamYards, or I'm just like, I'll go to somewhere else. I will. I'm sick of this, and I'm not going to go to. I know Pops uses EV Mux. I can't stand EV Mux. There's just so much bullshit there that you got to contend with. I mean, if I did this for this, for this, for that, for that, for that, if I did any of that, I would have to resize like everything. I would have to redo everything on my board and like get Zero in the proper position and all. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. I have no idea how to do that. So I'm not messing with that. I just want to come on, do my thing, talk for an hour, hang out with all of you great people, and have a good time. Same with games. If I'm playing a game, I want to get on. If it's multiplayer, which rarely ever it is, I want to meet up, hang out, do a game, whatever. Usually that's with Eris. So she'll be playing something and I'll play it and we'll 2-player it online or whatever. But I just want to play it. And what happens when that game dies? Okay, so look at Anthem. Let me guys tell you something about Anthem. Anthem was supposed to be the Bob Dylan of gaming. It was the shit stain game of the year. It was absolutely worthless. I felt completely ripped off. I was pissed. I was upset. I was like, okay, BioWare, what EA, what are you doing? This game absolutely blows. Guys, they wanted you to pay to change the metal on like the hand grips you use to get into the suit. So imagine the slightest trim on your outfit. You had to pay for that trim to change the color, the texture, whatever. You had to pay for that with your money just to change like the trim. That's not even the main color. You had to pay more money for that. You had to pay more money to change the material of the metal.
That's ridiculous.
They're shutting down Anthem engine sometime this year, so it's a dead game.
I didn't even know their engines were still up and running. I thought it had been dead for like the past few years
Yes,
already.
it has, but it's like not dead. It's a zombie. It's in zombie mode.
So it's on life support right now, basically.
That's right. It's in zombie mode.
That's crazy.
So basically, what they do is they pull all the devs, they leave like 2 people to keep the hamsters alive on the servers, and then that's it. That's all they get. That's all you get. You're in life, and Diablo 3 is in absolute like in life vegetative state. They just have things that keep like rotating over. Oh, well, we're gonna have the season of this. Yeah, but you had like 10 seasons ago because you guys aren't making any new content. You're not coming out with any good ideas. You just got shit. Why? Everybody's over on Diablo 4. So, and not everybody is there. They lost like 98% of their subscribers and their players. So, what do you have? You've got Diablo 4 that is going to soon be entering zombie life support stage because nobody plays it. No one wants to play it. Did they just have a good season? They came out with a pretty good season. That was pretty fun. But at the end of the day, if nobody's playing, then it doesn't really matter, does it? So what do you do with it? You kill it. And once it's
kill it off,
done, it's done. You can never go back and play it again. You can never, there is no game preservation. It's just gone. So I bet it is. I bet it is. They who do they got? They got lifers and whales that will play whatever and throw money at it. That's all they've got left is lifers. So once it's costing them more money to keep it up than it is to tear it down, they'll just tear it down. And once it's gone, it's gone. Now, back in the day, we could take a game, run it on our own server, and keep it alive. Human beings did have the ability to do that back in the 80s and the 90s. Okay? So if a game died off, you could basically take it over and do whatever. The companies and the corporations do not want you to do that. Can you take a wild guess as to why? Zero.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons. I'm sure they've listed about 50,000 of them in some really tiny fine print on the terms of service that takes you 18 years to read. I would also imagine that if people, license their said games and then take them over to a private server, they have it. It's accessible to them, which means they don't need Zero can't talk this morning. The distributors and the publishers, they don't need them anymore because they've got their own private server. They've got what they need. Therefore, they're not going to be paying the publishers and the big corpos any more money because they've already got everything.
And the game companies have decried, you cannot allow this to happen. You cannot allow them access to proprietary information. You cannot let them have their own servers because they could do anything with it. Really? We could just do whatever we want? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. No. That's doom. That's destruction. We can't count you as online playing our game and use your numbers and your information if you're on a private server. Listen, if the game is dead, and this goes to you, especially Ubisoft, because you've been kissing the crack of everyone's ass, trying to be muy bueno, and guess what? You're not. You're pieces of shit. You are absolute pieces of shit that need to be thrown away and never brought out again. Why? Because you want to declare we don't own anything and we need to burn our shit. We talked about that last week. We're not burning our games. We're not burning the stuff we own. Oh, well, we don't cover it anymore, so we demand you. No, we spend our hard-earned money on something, and it is ours. It's ours. It's not yours. Guess what? You don't tell us what we can and can't do with Assassin's Creed. The newer titles, maybe. you will not do any of these things or your account will be crushed.
I'll
what?
tell you. Like Ubisoft can do whatever they want with their newer titles because I haven't played any of them. I'll tell you what, if anyone out there from Ubisoft wants to come and take all of my Assassin's Creed games physically, all the physical copies over there, if they want to come over here and take them from me, I dare you to. Come on.
I dare you. I double dare you, mother.
I dare you. Because if any one of them candy asses steps foot in here and demands that I give it to them, I'll say, yeah, you know what? You made a good effort, but you're going to give me some money before I give them to you. Why? Because I paid for them myself. They are physical copies, which you have no right to even entertain the idea of asking me to destroy them in any type of way whatsoever. The sheer effing hubris of a company like that. And why? Because they're still all butthurt when they told us we're going to own nothing and like it. And then when they kept feeding us slop and nobody bought it and their stock went, maybe somebody around there started getting the clue that says, oh, geez, maybe we shouldn't shit talk our customers. No, that's crazy. Next up, we're going to ask them to destroy all the physical crap we no longer distribute. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Jester calls him Ubi Shaft.
Ubi Shaft. Well, I mean, they do enjoy giving the shaft. There's no do to boot that. But I mean, really,
dude,
I don't.
Dude. I see a boot.
A boot.
That's an a boot.
A boot.
A boot face. A boot.
And one more thing.
Long live the fighters!
Okay, somebody remind me to go back and get the South part. A boot. Hey, buddy, want a buddy, bloody? And
one more thing, buddy. Oh my God.
And make a thing out of that so that every time Zero says a boot, it would be like a boot alert, a boot alert.
Oh my God. I remember the probably one of the first times you heard that come out of my mouth, and you just kept saying, a boot, a boot, a boot. Are you serious? A boot. And I'm sitting there saying, what? About. I don't know what you're laughing at. I was like, wow. The Canadian.
You only do it when you're talking fast and you can't think about it. So that they do slip. They do slip out.
It's probably
funny.
Yeah,
when they do. I love it.
Probably at least they like it for comedic relief. It's probably living with generations of us Canadian slangs just kind of seeping into our subconscious, and then they just fly right out. But I think it's kind of ridiculous when and we talked, like you said, we talked a lot about this last week. Bang on the money, Zero, when we're told we won't own it and they make slop. Why would we want to give them money? Yeah, and I think it's ridiculous how they keep going around in circles like this, because it's like, oh, people are kind of shitting on our new Assassin's Creed game. Maybe we'll just put it off for a while. Oh, they're still kind of shitting on it. Maybe we'll put it off a little bit more. And then we'll show them a cinematic trailer with no gameplay whatsoever. And we're going to have the balls to demand they pre-purchase this thing for God knows how much. What was it? Over $100? And I'm thinking, you got a lot of balls. After all the shit you've been putting your customers through, you got the nerve to ask them to pre-order something when you've shown no gameplay of. I mean, because this was sequentially one right after the other, just one mistake after another. And they still had the balls to go out and think that they're doing nothing wrong. That's why I don't understand it.
When Diablo 2 Resurrected came out from Activision Blizzard, I do not defend Activision Blizzard. I play Diablo. That's all that's left. Everything else is gone. Play Diablo. I don't play StarCraft. I don't play any of that shit because it's never going to be what it was. And hell, Diablo is never going to be what it was. But at least the combat and the rotation of gear, loot, make yourself better is actually enjoyable. At least when Resurrected came out, they've got an offline mode that is completely offline, that has nothing to do with anything. You cannot take your character from offline mode to online mode and vice versa. You can't bring your online characters to offline mode. You can't bring your offline characters to online mode. They're two separate modes. Offline mode does not have to be connected to the internet. It does not need something to check. It does not have to be connected, worked up, anything. You can just play. Okay? It's not going to demand anything from you. Just get to play. Diablo 3 is not like that. If you're not connected to the internet, you can't play. Diablo 4 is not like that. If you're not connected to the internet, you cannot play. Even your eternal characters, you cannot play them if you are not connected to the internet. Valhalla was the last Assassin's. I tried, and I think I made it like an hour and a half before I was like, this is worse than an MMO.
Yeah.
This is worse. There's more grinding, more bullshit, more crap that I don't want to deal with because I'm not playing an MMO. I'm playing a single player damn game.
Imagine that. I think the last one I was able to sit through. I think I have Syndicate or whatever the hell that one was. I haven't even played that. I bought it at a used game store. Yeah, there's a foreign concept for you. Used game stores. I haven't even played it since I picked it up. The last one I sludged through was probably Unity, and that was back when it launched, and it was an absolute bug-ridden mess. And I remember trying to get through the main campaign, and when I was close to completing the game, it was either close to it or shortly after I'd completed it or whatever, they started rolling the patches out regularly, and they threw out this free DLC for being patient while they, fix their mistakes. And the main thing I remember about the DLC is I don't remember it. It wasn't even like this groundbreaking piece of story that was just awesome. Like I played the DLC and I was done. And I kind of just never looked back after that. So, I mean, that's going back to what, 2013, 2014 when that came out. So Ubi Shaft and I have had a very, very distant relationship since then, because once you breach that little bit of integrity with trust from your consumer to your developers, your publishers, once the company starts to breach that and it starts to unravel, it's a tough road to crawl back on. It's really difficult.
It is. And let me say good morning to the VacTube. We've got Daryl the Derelict here who says, greetings, programs. And then we've got Justice Da Paulina here that says, good morning, Valhalla. Good morning, VacTube. Holy shit. Guys, if you haven't checked out the VacTube, check them out. Subscribe, ring that bell, check for their content. They do a live stream every Friday. This guy is a part of it too, this Jester dude. AC Valhalla has great gameplay, but was too much bloat. To see the full story, you need to do a couple 100 hours of side content. Nope. Sorry. It's not that good of a game. It's not that good of a game to put hundreds of hours in just to see the whole story. I'm not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it. Gotta get set for Gorby. We don't like that Trump guy. Orange man bad. We don't like it.
Oh my God. You said his name. Don't y'all mean like Dorito Mussolini? Isn't that who you're referring to?
We don't do that. We don't talk about that.
I can't believe I just said that.
Shockwave is happily playing that game as well. I'm glad he's happy. I got the soundtrack. I've got the records for both. The regular and the expansion. I really liked the concept. I just could not get into it and play it. It felt like a lot of work. And you know what you don't want to do after you've been working hard? You don't want to
come home to more work.
You don't want to come home. And it's not even an MMO. No. It's got all the characteristics of an MMO. You feel like you're in an MMO. You've got level 99 monsters down the block you can't go near because you're only level 20, and they will one-shot you into oblivion. You could sit there and stealth up behind them and try and do a stealth kill, and it's like, nope, bitch. I don't think so. And I'm like, how is this Assassin's Creed? This is
That
an
was
MMO
ridiculous.
in a single player wrapper. That's
Yeah.
all it is an MMO in a single player wrapper. I can't believe this shit. Oh, Expedition 33. Yes. Yes, Gun Bunny. Oh my God, I love that game. We got to do some gameplay of that at some point. I'm trying to get game streams back up and going. So it's just a matter of actually doing it. I actually have to do it. So, and I want to do it. I'm just
One
like
step at a time.
one step at a time.
One step at a time. You know, it's funny you mentioned the gotta level up and shit, because I'm pretty sure I talked about this before in one of the AC games. I promise the whole show is not going to be talking about Ubisoft, but I was
Well,
playing
Ubisoft is one of the biggest offenders of this shit.
It is, yeah, and that's part of the problem because oh man, it's crazy. But I remember playing one of those, games back then. And I was getting to a point in the story where I had to kind of stealth my way through a campsite with where all these like friggin' soldiers were situated. Chat, or you, Loki, you might know what it might come to you. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I'm trying to do this. And, I take down one guy, drag him into the bushes. And then the one guy sees me and he, like gives me a one shot and I'm done. And then I get this little stupid notification pop up that says, you seem to be underpowered for this region or area. Perhaps you should consider buying our level up package. And I sat there thinking, this is a single player campaign. The balls to ask me to buy more shit so I can finish my single player shit. Nuh-uh, we're not playing that game. Forget it.
Right. And they did the same thing. They did the same thing with Far Cry. Guys, Far Cry 3 was a great game. It was fun. It was engaging. It was a crazy ride. And the way you finish that game, mwah, chef's kiss. 4 was okay. 5 was nuts, but it was also very political. And then you go into 6 and it's like, no, you got to be in line. No, you got to have this. No, you got to have that. And the enemies are leveled. Again, what the shit? 5 wasn't like that. If you went into a combat zone and you snuck around, you could have any weapon you wanted. You could have a pistol with a silencer on it. You could have a machine gun. You could have whatever. And you could go to town. Didn't matter what level you were, didn't matter what anything, because there wasn't any of that shit. You learned skills as you went along and you got progress to stuff. But there was no like giant wall of stay out of this area because you're not high enough level. And then what do? They tack that onto the expansion to 5. And then they make 6 exactly the same. And I was like, no, I'm out. I'm sorry. This isn't an MMO. I'm not going to be walled off by, oh, well, you can't. You're not level 60. You can't come in this zone because you don't blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going to fire at something like a bullet sponge where I drop, 3 clips of 7.62 millimeter into something and it just stands there like, haha, I'm a higher level than you. That's the dumbest shit ever. Wish I enjoyed turn-based combat. I do. Super Robot Wars. There's some really good ones. But I haven't in years. Last one I truly enjoyed was Final Fantasy VIII back on the OG PlayStation. Absolutely love that game. I have 2 copies of it right over there. 3.
He got 2.
3 if you count the remaster. So I've got a remaster on PS4 and I've got 2 copies of the original PS1 game. Absolutely love that game. Some people don't. Some people say that's the worst Final Fantasy game ever because of the junction system. I'm like, no, it's not. It's really not. Stop playing after a bit. Far Cry 6 stinks. Anyway, but Ubisoft is not the only villain in the room. EA has done this. BioWare, obviously. There are plenty of games that do this, that once the online portion is dead, the entire game goes away. And guess what? That is bullshit for you. It's bullshit for me. And it's really easy for them to go, well, we don't have to give you anything. Well, if this law changes, and there is a link in the description of this video that will take you to the Stop Killing Games website. If you are in the UK, you can sign this petition. There are still things that you can do, even if you are not in the UK, to help this move forward and fight this. Because if we can get this started there, we can open talks here and we can stop this bullshit from happening. I'm sick and tired of them taking this away. I preserve games. I have a giant library of games. I have bookshelves of games. I've got my Metal Gear collection right there. Half of that has never even been opened. Okay. I preserve games because I believe that once the end life of this shit happens, it shouldn't be going away. You should still be able to play whatever you're playing. Why? Because it's all there for us to play. Too much of this is being swept under the rug like it's nothing, like it's crap, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How many of you out there has a game pulled you out of a depression? How many of you out there has a game kept you going a little bit longer? Hey, I'm playing this. I'm really enjoying it. It might be the only good thing in your life. You might have really shitty friends or really shitty parents or really shitty something. You might have a chick that nags the living hell out of you. And the only peace you find is a little gaming at the end of the day.
Yep. Yep.
Who wants to take that away from you?
Exactly.
Why would a game company want to take that away from you? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, I don't understand, when you look at a company's entire history, you've collected them physically, you bought digital copies so you can have, at least a backup plan for it. You play it, you get your money's worth, you love all of that. And you sink portions of your life into things like this, because it keeps you engaged. You're staying there. It takes your mind off the work day. You're immersed. You're enjoying it, and you build up character, not just in a game, but within yourself. These things affect our lives and in so many different ways. And when a company just brings the guillotine down and wants to cut that portion away and make it disappear, you're really alienating a large portion of your audience that were so seeped into this from the very beginning. I mean, what are they supposed to think when you say, nope, you buy our new stuff, our old stuff doesn't matter? Well, that to me would feel like you're telling me I don't matter, because the stuff I invested myself in for you no longer matters. I mean, I know to them, consumers are just a number anyway. We're all zeros and ones, no pun intended. Almighty dollar rules the world. But really, there's a little bit of humanity in that. And when you start to take that away from people and nobody sees humanity in the company you represent, what are they supposed to think? I mean, and I know a lot of people deal with, to get to your second point there, and then I'll let you do your comment, depression and everything like that. People that are antisocial, people that can't function in normal crowds. I totally understand that. I'm sure everybody knows somebody out there who's like that. Look, when the whole world got that thing a few years ago we're not supposed to talk about.
The coup. The coup.
Yeah.
It's the coup.
How many people went out and bought Animal Crossing on their Nintendo Switch and united around the world because while they were staying indoors, they were sharing their islands, they were sharing stories, they were having a great time with people because it took their mind off of all that other bullshit that was going on. Why would you want to look at that and think it doesn't mean anything to somebody else?
That's right. Johnny Silverhand brought me back from the edge. I kind of got that, considering you use Johnny Silverhand in all your stuff, bro. Which isn't a bad thing to use, Johnny Silverhand. I've got a Johnny Silverhand shirt in there. People are like, dude, did Keanu make a new movie or something? And I'm like, no, man, Cyberpunk, motherfucker. Imagine if they just said, we're not going to let you play that anymore. We're not gonna let you open that game. That game isn't yours. It never was. Even though you bought it, even though you paid for it, we're just gonna take it away. Nintendo is very guilty of this. We're gonna get into that here in just a minute.
Mhm.
And my eyes are bugging out this morning.
Good,
So
good
I've
thing
got
I'm
to-
sporting some
This is
Nintendo
why-
wear this morning.
This is why I wear the glasses all the time, is because my eyes get dried out, and they're getting dried out anyway. It's got to be the weather. They went to end online support servers and bug fixes, etc., like Windows OS companies do, or they want to charge for support. Fine. They should respect if people just want to play at home. That is right. Squeaker makes an excellent point. And that is what we're going to get to. What you do with your product should be up to you. If you want to modify it, fine. As long as you're not doing anything illegal with it, like copying games, that's fine. Nintendo just shut down a guy's account because he bought some used games and one of them had been copied. A MIG switch. That is not that gentleman's fault. Now, this gentleman was eventually allowed to get his account back. He showed them what was up. He showed them the purchase. He showed them everything, and they were able to turn his account back on. The problem is that they shut his account. They shut his Nintendo off. They literally just shut his freaking device off, and that's for playing a used game. A used game. He had no idea, because they want to shut that down. They only want you buying from them. They don't want you buying anything used. Why? Because a game that's bought used is money not going into their pocket. It's going into GameStop's pocket. It's going into the customer or the seller's pocket. However you want to look at it, that's where the money's going. It's not going to Nintendo. So if they can cut that down and say, well, we're not going to let you play used games on our stuff. We're going to shut your account down. We're going to do whatever. That is a problem. That is a huge problem on that side of the fence, because you have no options then. You have to buy it new. There is no resale, and that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do eventually anyway. They only want you buying online now because they get the money directly. You don't have to pay Walmart, Target, Best Buy, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. They don't have to do what all these games back here did. They just have to get you to sign in and go, hey, we're having a sale on Metal Gear. Buy it on our system. And that's all you got to do is
and
you don't have to collect anything.
And we're going to charge you more for it.
And we're going to charge you more for it.
Yeah. I mean,
because
how
we're getting all the money. Why not?
Yeah. And how ridiculous. I mean, I know people have brought this up before. It's like, I don't understand. People have said the exact same thing, and I'm just going to paraphrase what they've already said. I don't understand how buying a digital game nowadays costs more than buying a physical copy. It's like, oh, well, we still have to pay for distribution rights and cover production costs and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, because you're cutting out a big, huge chunk of your production costs by no longer creating physical copies of anything. All you got to do is pop your damn IP on your own server, which you have the money to keep running 24/7, and sell it off. How the hell does that mean games have to be more expensive now than 20, 30, 40 years ago on physical cartridges? Everybody talks about inflation. Yeah, inflation this, inflation that. Y'all remember when the N64 came out in 95, 96? It was over $300. Adjusted for inflation, oh my God, oh my God. The bottom line is there is no reason, if they are going to make us crawl and scratch our way just to afford a digital version of something because they don't want to sell anything else, there is no applicable reason why they have to nickel and dime us in the process of doing that, let alone taking away ownership after we pay them exorbitant amounts of money just to get that digital copy that we're getting on a lease.
Now imagine this. Okay, and Squeaker brings this up. Now, this is a great point. I go to gaming conventions every year, at least 2 or more, every single year. Why? I'm always looking for that unicorn. What's a unicorn, Loki? Unicorn is this Xbox, OG Xbox Halo edition that's never been opened, that is up on my shelf over here. That's a unicorn. I'm always looking for a unicorn. But it's got to be a unicorn that I want. It can't be somebody else's unicorn. So I'm always looking for that unicorn.
Mhm.
If Nintendo makes it to where it is like you're getting hammered for playing a Switch 1 game on a Switch 2, and they can just shut off your account because someone's played it before. That is completely out of bounds. That is bullshit. That is something you have to push up against and fight. Period. You have to push up against that and fight. You have to fight Nintendo on that. That is going to be a must fight deal. I'm sorry, but you can't take our games and go, oh, well, it didn't used to belong to you, so we're going to shut your account off. Blow me, Nintendo.
Mhm.
This is something you have to push back against. Just like them shutting your game servers down, them killing the game, them turning it off and saying it's not your game, never was, even though you paid for it.
Mhm.
Which is absolutely bullshit and asinine. The current game pricing increases due to an overdue increased cost. I'm not happy about it, but I understand why it is happening. Um, they are. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want
I
to
saw
say,
you ready to jump on that, and I was like,
no. It's all good. It's all good. I'll try to make this quick. I have always been a huge Nintendo fan. A lot of people would call me a Nintendo lifer because they still produce things that I enjoy. What Furious Furfur is saying is a good valid point, but I must respectfully disagree, and I'll tell you why. In my opinion, when you look at a game like Mario Kart World, which I bought on sale, I got it discounted. That's the only reason I bought it, because there's no way in
wait a
hell I was
minute, you
paying.
have Switch too?
Yeah, I thought you already knew that. Anyway, because there was
No,
no way
I
in
didn't know
hell
that.
I was paying. Dude, I played it on the show a few weeks ago or
You didn't
whenever the hell it
play
was.
Switch 2
I
on
I
the show?
held it. I held it. Anyway, there was no way in hell I was paying $110 for Mario Kart World. And I understand that production costs go up because there's more staff, games are more expensive.
Wait,
and things like that.
$110.
Over here at Mario Kart World is $110.
Man, you Canadians are getting like rammed in the ass by Nintendo.
We're getting the shaft. So that brings me to this point here.
$110.
Yeah. So that brings me to this point here, which Furfur has pointed out, which I must, in a way, respectfully disagree with it. And here's why. Because when you look at the CEO or the president, whatever the hell, Doug Bowser over there at Nintendo, former head at EA, oh yeah, sounds great right away. And he says, we charge what we think we charge the amount based on the experience you'll get out of it. Excuse me, there is no way Mario Kart World, this coming from a Nintendo guy, there is no way Mario Kart World was worth $110 based on what we got from it at launch. Don't tell me I am getting $110 experience out of it because that's what you think it's worth. Doug, go back to your castle and try to save. I don't even friggin' know. I just think it's ridiculous. There's
You want
numerous
to know why
reasons.
you want to know why Donkey Kong wasn't that much, that new Donkey Kong game? Because it's only like a 10 or 12-hour game. And that's it. I mean, that's like, oh, you can do all this stuff. You can dig and you can build bridges and you can go flying with the Donkey Kong and the girl that tells him what to do on his shoulder because reasons.
Because reasons. Yeah. So I understand there's a lot of reasons why games cost more, and a lot of them are true. But when you take someone like Bowser who spins it, he puts his own little spin on it and says, we charge what we think fans will experience. You're paying for the experience. Well, you already made a big mistake with that one. Because your Switch 2 launch title was not $110 experience. I can tell you that straight up for shoot.
And Jester, here's the thing. And I'm all for what you're saying. That requires the company to give you what you need to do a server. Okay. So when you got a game, like we'll use Diablo again as a reference, part of the game is not there. You never have access to part of the game. That part is what's held on the server. And that's what keep track of your character progression, all the money you have, all the items you have, everything you've ever done. All that is kept server side. None of that is kept game side. So everything you need to run the game is over there. Everything that makes the game look good, feel good, work with your controller, yada yada yada, is on your end. But everything you need to actually get into the game and make the game run is over there. They are saying, these companies are saying, we cannot give them that proprietary data because they might do something we don't like. I am not kidding you. This is what they are saying. They might do something that we don't agree with, or they might not police the game the way that we want them to. So if you can go and make your own server and do your own thing and play your own game, you don't need them anymore. And they can't tell you what to do anymore. You can just go over and play your game where it on whatever server you want, whenever you want, with whatever rules you want. They believe that the entire gaming industry will come to an end if they let you have that, which you already had. It's something that they've taken away from you. It's not something that they're afraid to give you. It's something that they're afraid to return to you because they won't have control. And you can do whatever you want in your game.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty shitty to me.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a bleak future.
Yes.
It's like
a Monday show. Yes. Mondays are back for a while, at least a couple months, Project.
We had one last one. Where y'all been? Oh my God.
That's right. I'm going to take my hat off and show you my bald ass head. Oh my God. It's Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of all time.
He's starting to look more and more like that Peter Whalen guy who comes out and
I just need that. My whole head needs to be pruned if I'm going to be Peter Whalen. Hello, everyone. I am Peter Whalen, and I eat spotted dick.
For those of you unaware,
spotted dick.
That is a UK meal in a bag. Like bangers and mash. They got weird words for all that shit. Hey, we love the UK. It's so I mean to summarize everything, because I know we always kind of go off the rails. Ooh, he's got the shades back on. We're back. We're bad. You're black. I'm mad, dude. We got to do a Lethal Weapon stream sometime.
We do.
So speaking of shades,
I was just sitting here trying to take a dump when I noticed that there's a bomb thing on my damn piece of toilet paper, Briggs.
Not gonna.
How long you been sitting there all fucking night, man?
not gonna fucking die here today, Raj. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. What's that indie company that's doing that brand new T2 2D platform game? Looks friggin' sick.
I don't know which company's doing it, but I want it.
Anyway,
I don't remember
it looks
right off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up.
It looks badass. So I mean, what can you say to kind of summarize everything we've gone? Spotted dick and hot custard. What do you think the Stop Killing Games initiative holds for us in the future? I mean, if this starts to get enough momentum, which it's got some momentum going forward now, because the world revolves around drama. Everybody loves it. Where do you see this? Where do you see this going? Not just as a corporate standpoint from publishers and developers and everybody, but you see a lot of lawsuits coming out of this.
Okay, look, if you don't own it, guess what? Then the pirates are right. Pirating is not stealing it. And if you want to arg, I'm not an arg guy. I'm really not. I don't believe in it. However, if you are not allowed access to something, like you can't even buy it, then I see nothing wrong with that avenue if you cannot buy it. There's a couple of Super Robot War games that I had to order from Japan, physical editions. I cannot get I don't have access to the digital bonus stuff. So the only way I am able to get that is ingenuity. I'll just say it like that. Ingenuity is the mother of invention. I have to get creative in how I get that. So, and I want that extra stuff. I want the whole game. I want to play the whole experience. If it is not available in the US, then I look at other options. If there's a way I can order it, that's fine. Am I good as far as like getting like in trouble for it? No, I won't get in trouble for it because I own the hard copies. They're over there. So if all I did was get a digital edition in a interesting way, then whatever. But I've got I paid for it. I paid for the games. I have them. So I'm not doing anything illegal or anything wrong because I already own the games. Nintendo wants to tell you that that's not acceptable. No, that is not true. You can make Switch your own shit. Now they're shutting and breaking your systems. There's going to be a lawsuit over it. Just wait. Somebody's going to sue them. Why? Because it's your game. You purchased it. You bought it. It is yours. If you want to make a copy of it, that is your prerogative to do. You are allowed to do that. Whether the game company wants to say you are allowed to do it or not, it is legal to make a backup copy of software that you have purchased. So blow me, Nintendo. Blow me, Ubisoft. Blow me, EA. All of you twisted little bastards that think, well, we'll just cut them off at the knees and say they don't own it. Guess what? We do. We bought it. We purchased it. We spent our hard-earned money on it. It is ours. If we want to make a copy as a backup, we can do that. Guess what gets you around getting in trouble because of emulators and shit like that? Guess what, fuckers? I own the game. Oh, and guess what? The FBI standing there with its dick in its hand, not able to do anything about it because you own the product you are playing on your PC. There is nothing they can do about that. Emulators are not illegal. Guess what, folks? Emulators are not illegal. Selling ROMs, this is where we get into this shit, okay? And this is what I'm not cool with. If you sell ROMs, you are part of the problem.
Yeah.
The sites that had them up that were just like, here's our library. By all means, take one, take two, take whatever. Here's the English translation to go along with it. There's nothing wrong with that. They're not making a dime off of you. They're not getting $180 for a list of games. The people that do that make you pay, that are like, oh my God, here, we've got limited time on our server and blah, 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 blah. Screw all that. Let them go to jail. Let them deal with the consequences of their actions. But if all you're doing is backing stuff up, preserving what you own, I don't have a problem with you. Now, Loki, what if they sell the game in question? Delete the shit off your computer. Do not keep it. Do not play it. Do not play a MIG switch version of it. Do not do whatever. Because guess what? It's not the sorry son of a bitch who bought your game. It's not his responsibility to go, hey, Nintendo, I bought this game from a dude, and I guess I got screwed over because he's still playing it while I'm playing it. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not the consumer's fault. It's you.
No, it isn't. I mean, because like when you look at it, I know we're kind of going overtime, but who cares? It's been a while. I think Squeak and Mouse brought this up. It's going to hurt the used game market too. Maybe somewhere down the long run, down the road somewhere. Because like if you get to that point where you try to hand off your games, like you play a game, you're done with it, you're going to go trade it in for something else. I mean, is everybody that shops used game markets now is it going to become their responsibility to go up to the cashiers and say, has this been certified as an original copy? It hasn't been copied anywhere. Like, am I going to get in shit if I plug this in? I mean, that's really what it's going to come down to at some point.
Well, what it needs to come down to is you want to sell your games, bring them in. We'll load them up on a Nintendo Switch. We'll let them sit there for a minute, and if it's good, it's good, and we'll buy it. If we get dicked around by Nintendo, you're out. Your account is banned. Your email's banned. Your whatever's banned, and you're out. Get out. Here, take your shit. We don't want it. And it needs to be that simple. And GameStop contacts Nintendo and goes, "Hey, we were checking a game. You locked our thing. We didn't buy it from the person. We sent it back with them. Blah 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 blah." That's what's going to have to happen. They're going to have a console there, a Xbox, whatever, there, ready to go, ready to load up and figure this out.
And you know what's crazy about that? That in itself, you could look at something like that and say, okay, that's cool. We have our console on standby. We use this to check our cartridges and all that shit. Great. We've got a solution. Well, let's say we have to do that with every single cartridge that comes in now. And then let's say, boom, we run into an issue. Our console gets bricked. Got to call the big N and ask them to fix it. All right, next. Oh, shit, our console's bricked again. Oh, got to call the big N, ask them to fix it. What if the big N gets tired of fixing your shit? What if they just decide to stop doing it? It's like, oh, it's only GameStop. We no care about a used game market. Buy a new cartridge from us. But is every employee going to have to buy spare switches to come in just in case their consoles get bricked?
No, they're going to have a store one.
Yeah.
Every store is going to have one, and they've got plenty of used ones. So they just need to have an account.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Zero, thank you, brother, so very much for being here, for hanging out with us this Monday. Thank all of you. Seriously, every single one of you are absolutely wonderful. Jedi Master, Juliet, Squeakin' Mouse, Company. Love you guys. Seriously, thank you. And Mr. Glenn, thank you. I know you're already gone, but brother, thank you so very much for your Monday morning super chat through PayPal. You rock, brother. Thank you. And guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend manner. And don't forget, we'll be back tonight, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for a membership stream. Have a great one, everybody. And have a great week. Review the teabag. Is that what we're doing? Teabagging. Oh my God.
Long live the fighters!
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.